Okay, today I'm just going to talk about Standard 10 and the things I did to accomplish it. Um, First of all, I know I mentioned this before in my last module as well, or my last standard, but currently I am taking Teach Now. I am finishing up my graduate degree in economics from Texas A&M, and then I also have signed up for a CIE, online professional development course. It's my mentor attended it this year because I was too busy. Originally, I was supposed to go, but she went instead. And she brought back a lot of material. She said it was very helpful and useful, and so I will pay the $300 and take the 5-week course online over this summer. So one thing about me is I continually try to learn. I continually try to add more certificates, more training in anything I do. I learned it when I was in business. I try to invest at least 10% of my salary in myself. And so that's what I've worked on now. In addition, like I mentioned before, in the last standard, I do buy quite a few video lectures from the teaching company. It's a great online resource. You can get them for sale. These lectures, they're anywhere from 24 to 36 lectures, 40 minutes to an hour long, done by some of the best professors um, in the United States. So I subscribe to that. I pay for courses as well. Parent involvement. My parent involvement is limited. Most of it is seen here in these pictures where I will talk to the parents before class. They'll have meetings that they'll ask us foreigners to maybe talk about the course, maybe some challenges that they might see. On the left, I really wanted to emphasize the need for English and their ability to improve their English, for them to be able to do well in economics. On the right, this is a parent-teacher conference we went to. The parents came, of course, the students came as well. Just kind of went over review, notes, went over homework, what we planned on doing, etc. One of the objectives that we're supposed to talk about is we're supposed to advocate for the students. I think I did a pretty good job illustrating this before in my case study with Oliver. Since I've done this case study, he's actually been kicked out of the school, but I still keep in constant contact with him. He is going to be transferring to the US, and he's asked me to help him in that procedure as well. So even though he's not a part of the school and he's not technically my student anymore, I do feel like I have responsibility over him, and I do want to see him succeed no matter what. I know he mentioned something on his WeChat about how helpful I wasn't helping him in this process, but I do want to see him succeed. It doesn't have to be at my school, it can be anywhere, but yeah, I definitely want to see him succeed. I always try to advocate for the students. I always look out for those ones that are struggling more. In all honesty, I think I look after the ones that struggle more than the ones that succeed more. Um, so that's something I do need to work on. I do need to be able to evenly distribute my attention amongst the kids, whether they're fast learners or slow learners or maybe in between. I do a lot for the school, especially in terms of extracurricular activities. As I mentioned before, I think sometimes I spend more time on extracurricular activities than I do on my academic planning. Sometimes, but I've learned how to balance it. This is one of the clubs that I started this year. It's the guitar club. On the left, they ask us to introduce the club to the kids. So that's what I'm doing. In the middle is my guitar, and then to the right is a poster flyer that I made with Photoshop. Um, and yeah, you have to be pretty multi-talented around here to be able to do things. In addition to this, I've also done guitar club. You'll see some pictures later on with guitar club and the basketball club as well. But that was pretty short-lived. So here, I'm doing administration responsibilities. I'm the foreign head teacher. They asked me to give a speech in front of all the kids at our school. So on the bottom left-hand corner is all the kids lined up. And then myself, I'm speaking with the help of one of our senior students, helping me with translation. So that's something I was asked to do, is give a speech. Um, Here is this is an introduction before the kids come. These are the freshmen. So this year, before the freshmen started, uh, we have kind of an introductory course where they spend 2-3 weeks before school starts, and we kind of get them used to the school system, what's going to happen. And so this is exactly what's happening here. I'm introducing economics, what will help them become better. I emphasize notes here. I asked them to please write down notes. So this is part of my business club. We do a lot of activities, a lot of kinesthetic activities as well. This is actually this is a project that many kids, at least I did, in science class, where you have to drop an egg off of a balcony and you got to get it to not break. In this case, for my business course, I was teaching them about how you do R&D, research and development, how you design things, how you fail, and go back to the drawing board. And so this is one of the teams that did this egg drop. They cheated a little bit. I said that the egg had to be at least halfway open, but they were one of the only teams that succeeded. A lot of the teams failed, but it was a time, I think, just to teach the kids, especially for business. I was just telling them, many times you're going to fail in business, but you just gotta, get back to the drawing board, do some more research, do some more design, and then try again. So I think it was a really good lesson. This Easter, I decided to hold an event. We did a Easter egg coloring event, and then we did an egg roll. So this is the kids on the right doing the egg roll. I didn't have any spoons, so they had to use their pen. But these are their groups. They are coloring Easter eggs. So just a kind of a fun activity to get the kids used to different cultures. This one's, of course, American culture or Western culture. So just to introduce them to it. This right here is, I've actually been assigned to help with marketing because I do have a degree in business, international business. I've ran companies, I've owned a company before. So they asked me to help with their marketing program. So to the left is one of our helpers who helped us. In the back are some of the freebies that we hand out. Onto the right is some the parents that we talked to. They asked me to help with enrollment. I interview the kids as well during the summer for English proficiency. I know we mentioned that a little bit in the in my mentor debriefing as well. But this is something that I do as well. I don't get paid for this. Sometimes I work till 8, sometimes at night. But yeah, they asked me to help out quite a bit around here. Of course, graduation, being part of graduation, helping them with graduation. Here's another activity that we did with the business club, card dealing. This kind of taught them more about communications. So they're kind of helping at that, kind of two teams competing against each other. This was a Halloween activity we did, of course. We did the donut with the string falling away from it. So here's a project the kids did. I help with model entrepreneurs. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but it's they go and compete in Shanghai, and these kids were thinking about doing something similar to a taxi service, similar to what we call QuiDD, or what's it called in America? Uber. I helped another one that actually placed, and they want to do delivery drones, help with medical as well. So, in addition, this is a service activity that I did. I planned, organized as well. I came in contact with, over here you can see this is the school. All these kids are special needs kids. They have either mental disabilities or physical disabilities. And in China, you don't put them together. They actually have their own school. So, anyways, they needed some funds. And so we decided they make soap. And this is actually them making the soap. They made the soap for us. And then we got together. We volunteered for them. You can see different aspects of us selling soap around here. Here they're selling soap. The kids designed and created a poster board. At first, they were very, what's the word? They were very hesitant to do selling, and so I kind of had to teach them down here how to sell, how not to be afraid, just go and talk to them. And then here's the group, of course, they wanted to make sure they got that picture for, I'm not sure if it's for further, they might need it for applications to universities, etc. But yeah, this took a long time. It took over 2-3 months to plan, and it took a couple of weekends of volunteer work to help them out with this. But I think it'll be very good for their admissions, especially those that are going to America. Those in UK aren't required to do as much, but another thing that we do as well at our school is we do what's called the Edinburgh program. That's one of the reasons why we started. I actually had the school start the clubs. There were no clubs when I first came here 2 years ago, and I'm the one that advocated for these clubs because I think it would be helpful for the students when they apply for colleges, especially in America, in the UK, and Canada, because they do require that. I mean, Australia, but in the UK they don't care as much. Australia not so much as well with applications. But I guess in that way, yeah, I was advocating for the students because they don't realize how important these extracurricular activities, especially when they're community-based activities, how important they are for their future. Our administration is very new. My head principal, I guess you'd say, he is the leader. He's not even the principal, the leader of the school. It's his first year. He's learning a lot. He needs lots of help, and I think he relies a lot on me to help him with this. In addition, we were talking about how we need to be flexible as well. And so this is kind of an example of how hectic it can be, especially now with testing. I don't have any classes Monday, Tuesday this week, but all my classes, so I have 20 classes from Wednesday to Friday. These are hour to an hour and a half long classes, and they have me go, like, for example, here on Friday, I am going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go for 7 hours straight. They have a break for lunch. And then I go for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours afterwards. So we will be doing night classes and studies like that. This is our WeChat group that we set up. So everyone is able to communicate within our school. In addition to this, this one's a little bit more even placed. I have classes all throughout the week. This is kind of normal. This was our economic exam, and so I was teaching quite a bit this week as well, a little bit over 20 hours to help them get ready. This Sunday I volunteered to have the kids come to Starbucks. I bought them coffee if they wanted to do some review for economics, etc. So you can say that every week we have to be flexible with our classes. Sometimes we're assigned to do a little bit extra than normal, and it's just kind of part of teaching, kind of part of this time period with the CIE. Um, so yeah, in